Yo, it is windy as hell here in Joshua Tree, and we're gonna cook some Sosis Bandari. I'm Farideh. This is the cooking show. And the wind stopped right when I said that. The wind stopped, so we're gonna keep going before it gets windier. Guess what? We've been here for a couple of days, we're still here, and now we're still hungry, so we're gonna cook some more food. Sosis Bandari is an Iranian dish. It's an Iranian street food. It comes from the south of Iran. Sosis Bandari actually means port sausage. So that's what we're going with here. Except we're not putting sausage in here. We're doing the all-American hot dog up in here, okay? Because I like hot dogs. Hot dogs are maybe one of my top foods, okay? Don't judge me. And I like a really good hot dog. I like a really crappy hot dog. I like a water dog. I like a dirty baseball dog. I like all the dogs in the world. They're great. All dogs are awesome, okay? We're making essentially a glorified hash, all right? This is delicious. We're using potatoes. This is basically a really great dish for when you're camping because, you know, stuff like this, a potato, it packs really well, it travels well. There's no waste to take out with you. It's a good way to use up leftovers when you're camping. If you have a bunch of extra things at the end of your trip and you need to cook, you can throw it all together and make a little potato hash over here. To start off, we're gonna get some oil nice and hot here in our cast iron. Son of a bitch! Well, that was fun. We're gonna start browning our potatoes. And you do want a good bit of oil. Not the whole bottle of oil, just a quarter cup of oil. But don't forget, cast iron is naturally non-stick. So you should be in good shape. Don't be scared. You should be scared of the elements when you're camping, not of cooking. Ah! Okay, we're gonna get our hot dogs out. Now, as I mentioned, in Iran, in the south of Iran, this is street food, and they usually, Sosis Bandari means port sausage. They're usually using sausage, but oftentimes hot dogs are used as well. We're just cutting these, you can see, into nice little kind of, whoops, hot dog pieces on the bias.
I don't think I've cut it up for a toddler.
For a toddler? I know. So the first time I had this, or even heard of this dish, was when I was with my friends Mehdi and Felicia. I used to work with Felicia, and her husband Mehdi is Iranian. I think the reason this came up was because I was talking about my love of hot dogs, and he was like, well, you must have had Sosis Bandari, and I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. My dad's from Tehran, and that's just not a dish that you eat there. We're gonna make this today as a sandwich. It's a very popular street food as a sandwich, and I think that when you're camping, it's really nice because for the sandwich, you don't really need a plate. You know, all you need really is a bandana or a napkin to wipe your face and you're fine. So sandwich it is. These are big pieces. I don't usually come that big, but today, I like eating raw hot dogs. They're not really raw, but it's fine, whatever. Okay, so just keep on giving your potatoes a little stir as you go. You're gonna hear it cooking, sizzling away. You can already see it's starting to nicely brown on places. But as we keep stirring it, the oil is gonna coat the potatoes and it's gonna help it just kind of fry. And the tent is blowing away, okay? Be aware, this is hazardous conditions, people. All right, we're gonna dice up some onion in this. That can go right on in there. So, turns out I have one more hot dog and I got this little thing. So, if you want to, you can cook your hot dog on your fire like this. Look. Cooking our hot dog and our potatoes. And this is multitasking at its finest. All right, time to eat this bad boy. Ah, yeah, that's perfect. And because I'm a toddler, according to Ian, I will cut it into little pieces. Mmm, this is delicious. Here's one piece of hot dog, snacking hot dog. Holly, come here. Frankie. And Amanda, you get one too. Oh, all right. Last one for me, cheers. Our potatoes are looking really beautiful. So hash basically means, it derives from the French word My French is really bad. So it derives from the French word H-A-C-H-R, hacher, hacher, and it means to chop. And it's a way of using up leftovers, so that's what we're doing. It usually contains meat, potatoes, fried onions, and you can kind of add onto that from there for yourself. So we're not only adding on onions, we're also gonna put in a green bell pepper, okay? I love a green bell pepper. I think bell peppers overall are kind of like a forgotten vegetable sometimes, you know? Like green bell peppers, people really just think of them as like a pizza topping, in my opinion. This is a very lonely vegetable, I find, but I like it. And we're gonna put it in here today, okay? So we're just gonna kind of like roughly chop our bell peppers, all right? Just like this. And our mise en place is done. Beautiful. Now we're just waiting on our potatoes. This is like the easiest thing. And what you should be doing right now is enjoying a nice little drink with your friends while you do this, having your appetizers and cocktails by the fire, looking for coyotes. That's what people do in the desert. So on the inside of the bread, we're gonna do a combination of labneh, lemon zest, and salt and pepper. So we've got our labneh and our feta. So we'll put the labneh on in this bowl. And labneh is just a thickened, strange yogurt. You could just use plain yogurt if you wanted to. That's totally fine. We're gonna add in some crumbled up feta. Oh, beautiful. I love feta. When I was a kid, feta was my favorite cheese. It still is. It's a lie. It's not my favorite cheese, but I love that cheese. We're gonna zest in 2 lemons right on in. And save this lemon because we're gonna use the juice for our arugula and herb salad. A little bit of salt in here as well. And a little bit of pepper. There we go. Our potatoes are looking really good. We're gonna push them to the side of the pan. And you know what? Because I can't not season these potatoes right now. I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt to them. Hot dogs are going in, right there. And they're just gonna crisp up on the side. If you wanted to, keep them whole and dirty dog it like this, all right? Do what you want. It's totally fine. And the thing about camping is that you want these like one pot kind of meals. You want minimal dishes. And like that's what you're kind of getting with this. Did you guys know that Joshua tree is not actually a tree? It's a cousin of the yucca plant. If I'm being really honest, it was named after my cousin Brian. It was crazy. Okay, the hot dogs are nice and plumped and they've got some golden color on them. We're gonna mix it all together and then we're gonna add in our bell pepper and our yellow onion. And we're just gonna keep on cooking this until the onion and the bell pepper soften. We'll season a little bit right now with some salt just to help the onion soften. Look, watch this, ready? There goes the salt. Over your left shoulder. So in most Iranian cooking, the food is not very spicy. But this is one of those recipes that we actually do add a little bit of kick to it, all right? So we're gonna add some ground cumin, some turmeric powder, and then some cayenne, all right? Let's make sure I don't blow it everywhere first. Ooh. It's fine, it's fine. Most of it got in there. And right on in. And we're gonna add some ground cumin. All right, give that a little stir. Let those spices kind of toast in there. Coat everything. Oh, it smells so good. Looking good. Next up, we're gonna add some tomato paste, okay? Let that cook. Kind of toast that up a little bit. We're gonna add a splash of water to this as well. That water is helping disperse the tomato paste and coat everything really nicely. We're gonna turn this guy off. Crack pepper on it. Do a little bit of salt. All right, we've got our beautiful bread here. Oh, you hear that? No wind. Lovely. Okay, bread is there. We're gonna get our arugula and herbs out. We've got some nice fresh dill and parsley. And we're gonna make a nice little herb salad to go with this. We're gonna squeeze in some lemon juice as well. A little bit of olive oil. And then just some salt and pepper. We're gonna put some of this really tangy feta, labneh, lemon spread onto our bread. Then we're gonna pile some of our Sosis Bandari on here. Ooh, herb salad, top of the bread. That is a really damn fine meal. Sosis Bandari, classic Iranian street food, here in Joshua Tree while we're camping. What could be better? The feta and the labneh is so tangy. The herb and arugula salad is super bright, and the hash is really tangy. The potatoes are still a bit crispy and golden and just soft, and it's delicious. This is honestly a delicious sandwich. Highly recommend. For the recipe, click the link below. Go camping, go home, make this, have fun. Mmm.